Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I created this look using a bunch of new makeup products. I'm going to be testing out some new products from Morphe, Fenty, Sleek. I also have some PUR products and a couple other brands. If you want to see how I created this look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is prime my face, and I recently got this Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Primer and then the foundation little sample whenever I ordered from Sephora. So it came with the primer and then 4 shades of the foundation, which I'm also going to use today as well. I've been wanting to order this, but I've honestly been too scared to order it and then not like it because I'm really picky about my foundations and primers. It says that the primer smooths your skin, diffuses your pores, and extends your makeup wear. I'm just going to rub that between my fingers and apply it to my face. The texture and feel of this reminds me of my Too Faced Hangover RX primer. This one has like a pink tint to it. So if I just rub my fingers together, it feels really smooth. It doesn't feel like the more silicone-based primers like the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I don't really notice a difference just looking at my skin. Like whenever I apply my Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer, I can like right away see that my face looks smoother. With this one, it really just looks the same. Like I don't notice a difference at all. So now I'm gonna go ahead and try out the foundation as well. The lightest shade that this sample came with is 150, which I know is gonna be too dark for me, but I'm gonna try it anyways. To apply the foundation, I'm gonna be using my Morphe sponge that I just got from Ulta, which you guys saw in my Ulta haul. So I'm just gonna pick up some on my finger and dot this all over my face. It's pretty liquidy. It reminds me of the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. It feels really thin. I'm just gonna start with one side of my face and blend it out. It says that the foundation is a soft matte Longwear foundation, medium to full coverage. I don't feel like that's even medium. Maybe I didn't apply enough. I'm gonna put a little bit more. I don't know, I feel like it's just not really covering up anything. You can still see through. Maybe it's because of the sponge that it's like thinning it out a little bit. I'm gonna try using my Morphe E6 on the other side of my face. Well, I'm definitely getting more coverage with the brush than I was with the sponge, which is typical. The brush doesn't really absorb as much of the product as the sponge does. I'm gonna apply a little bit more on my cheeks just because that's where I usually need some more coverage. And a little on my chin. I would suggest getting a lighter shade than you think you need because it's gonna oxidize darker. Now that I've built it up on my face, I actually really like the way that it looks. The color doesn't match, but I really do like the finish of it. I like a matte foundation. It covered up my blemishes pretty well. Like I have a pretty big one right here and you can barely see it. It feels like completely matte. Like I don't feel like I would have to set this with a powder, which is crazy because I've never used a foundation that I didn't have to set. So for concealer, I'm gonna be using another new product. This is the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer. This is also another sample size that I got from Sephora. I'm going to be using the shade Light Neutral. I don't know if it'll be light enough for me, but we're going to see. Oh, that is too dark. Nope, 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 nope. So I'm not going to use that because there's not a shade light enough for me. So I'm just going to go in with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer and put this right underneath my eyes. Now I'm going to use my Morphe sponge to blend it out. I actually really like the way this sponge feels. So I don't have a new powder to try out, so I'm just going to be setting underneath my eyes with my Airspun powder. I'm not going to set the rest of my face, which is like a first for me because the foundation feels very matte and it feels dry. Like I don't feel like it's gonna transfer anywhere. If you have not tried the Airspun powder, definitely check it out. It's only like $6 and you get a ton of powder. I've pretty much stopped using all of my other powders since I got this. Like I used to love my Laura Mercier translucent powder, but I haven't been using it very much since I got this. So while that's sitting, I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced Love Flush Blush, and I'm gonna be using the shade How Deep Is Your Love, and I'm just gonna apply that on my cheekbones. I'm gonna be using this Morphe angled brush to apply it. So for highlighter, I'm going to be using the Sleek Solstice highlighting palette, which I showed you guys in my Ulta haul. I think I'm going to go in with this purple shade over here because I've seen people use it and it's like super blinding. I'm just going to be applying that with a Luxie 522 brush, which is what I normally use to highlight. I'm also going to dip into the one right below it, which is a little bit more gold, and apply that on top of it. Wow. That's pretty blinding for a drugstore priced highlighter. This is definitely a win for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly fill in my brows off camera and I'll be right back. So for eyeshadow, you guys saw that I recently picked up 2 new eyeshadow palettes. The first one is the 35O palette by Morphe, and then I also picked up the Dose of Colors Marvelous Mauves palette. I really want to try out both of the palettes, so I think what I'm going to do is try these matte shades from the Dose of Colors palette, and then I'm going to try out the more shimmery shades from the 35O palette. I'm going to start out with this light pink over here, and I'm going to run this all throughout my crease with with my Morphe E27 brush. Then I'm going to pick up the shade right next to it, which is just a little bit deeper. I'm probably going to go all the way down with each of the shades. They are pretty pigmented and they blend out super easily. I didn't have to blend very much. Now I'm going to pick up the next shade over with a Morphe E28, which I got in my Morphe Me for the month of November. So this is also another new product that I'm trying out because I haven't used this brush yet. It's a little bit smaller than the E27 brush. So I'm just going to blend that color right into my crease. So these colors are super pigmented. There is a lot of fallout in the pans and also on my face, which is not really a big deal for me, but I know for some people that really bugs them. It's super easy to get right in my crease with this brush. I'm not having any issues. It is a little bit fluffy, but it's more tapered, so I can easily fit it right into my crease. Now I'm going to pick up the next shade over here with my Sigma E25 brush. And I'm going to first put this on my outer corner and then start to blend it into my crease. Then I'm going to pick up the last shade on the same brush and I'm going to put this right on my outer corner. Whoa. It's super pigmented. These literally blend out so easily. Like it doesn't take much effort at all to blend that out. So based on my first impressions of this, I'm really liking this palette. All of the shades blended out super easily and they were all really pigmented. So now I'm gonna go into the 35O palette and I'm gonna use some of the shimmery shades. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here and I'm gonna put this on the inner half of my lid. So it's pretty pigmented on my finger. I really like to apply shimmery shades to my lid with my finger just because I feel like they're a lot more pigmented that way. So now I'm gonna apply a little bit of this shade down here on the outer half of my lid. I'm just gonna go back in with that Morphe E28 and I'm gonna lightly blend out the edges. I'm gonna go back in with that Dose of Colors palette and take the third shade in and put that right underneath my lower lash line. Then I'm going to use my Morphe M432 brush, which I recently picked up as well, and I'm going to pick up the last shade over and apply that right on my lower lash line. I'm not going to go all the way in with this color, I'm going to kind of just go about halfway. Now I'm going to quickly apply some mascara and I'll be right back. So now I'm going to apply some lashes. These are the PUR Pro Eyelashes. I recently picked these up. These are their Bombshell lashes. I have two other styles of PUR lashes. So I've already trimmed these to fit my eyes. So I'm just gonna apply them with my House of Lashes lash glue. So I really like how long and wispy these are. So for the lips, I didn't really have any new lip product that matched the eyes that I have going on. So I'm gonna go in with my Bare Minerals liquid lipstick in the shade Slay, which is like a more cool toned mauve. So now I'm gonna highlight my inner corner and brow bone and I'm gonna use that same purple shade from the Sleek palette. So this is the completed look. I actually really liked all of the products that I tried out today. I wasn't sure about the foundation at first, but then after I tried it with the brush, I really like it. And I really like the finish. I can't believe that I didn't have to set it with a powder. I've never used a foundation that I didn't have to set before. I really want to start doing more first impression videos or full face of first impressions. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys are interested in seeing more videos like this. So yeah, I really hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I will have my usernames linked in the description box below. I'm also going to have a link to my website that I recently created there as well if you want to check that out. And make sure you click the bell so you can receive notifications of when I post new videos. Thank you so much for watching.